This is Andy Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I'm delighted to be joined by Ray Robinson over Zoom. Ray, it's been a while. How are you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I'm very good. Now, to the UK fans in particular will remember you from the most recently from the Josh Kelly bout 2 years ago, which also happened to be your last fight in the ring. So since then, Ray, what's been going on? What have you been up to?
Nothing, man. Just waiting for that phone call. Still training. Trying to stay ready. Like I said, we had that one shot we thought was gonna happen and fight on the Lopez card, and that just didn't work out.
You're obviously, you're an awkward opponent for people to face against you, and you're also looking towards that world scene, Ray. How frustrating is it that you may well feel like you've lost 2 years of your career to try and get these fights?
So it was very frustrating, especially coming off the two big fights, Kavalaskis and then Josh Kelly, and I feel like both of them fights I felt as though that I won. I think a lot of people thought I won that them two fights. So coming off the them two fights, boost my confidence. I thought I was right there to get another big fight and hopefully get like something going and start heading to a title fight. And it just didn't happen. COVID hit, and like you said before, I'm real awkward. A lot of people try to stay away from me. And to be honest, I feel like the only reason why I got them two fights, Josh Kelly and Kavalaskis, is because I think a lot of people thought I was at the end of my rope, at the end of my career, and I was like kind of done with. So I kind of shocked a lot of people.
I mean, on the back of that Kelly fight, Ray, what was your plan? What did you want to go on to kind of do? Did you have anything in the pipeline?
Oh, after that fight?
After the Kelly fight, after your last fight, yeah?
No, nothing really. We were just basically waiting to hear something again, and it was some talks fighting with Victor Ortiz or something, and they wound up didn't want that fight. So it was one of them things. It's just a waiting game, waiting for someone to give me a shot. I felt like I've been on the scene for a while. I felt like I at least deserved one type of title fight. And every time I was like right there, something happened, and it just never worked out.
I mean, obviously, the welterweight division stacked with so many terrific fighters, Ray. Why do you think it is that you haven't been able to secure one of those fights for yourself?
Honestly, I don't know. With me, I feel as though that I can fight on any card. I'm not signed with no promoter, so that's why I was able to fight on the zone, fight at Top Rank, things like that. So it's basically who want to give me a shot, who want to give me a chance, who's willing to risk it, take a risk. But like I said, I'm tall, I'm awkward, and just a lot of people don't want that type of problem. But I am moving up to 54. 47 I'm done with. I'm so much stronger, more explosive at 54. So I think I might got a better shot at getting something good up there.
That was going to be one of my next questions, knowing that it's been 2 years since you was last in the ring, and of course with the pandemic as well, halting the world for a while. Is 154 effectively where you could just see your career going, or would you have any considerations to come back to 147 if a certain opportunity presented itself?
Yeah, at 154, I'm just so much more. Honestly, I think I should have even went to 54 sooner. This camp, when I was getting ready for the Lopez at 54, it was amazing. I have so much more energy, so much more power, way more explosiveness. But I will go down 147 if Crawford give me a shot. But no. So yeah, I go down to 147 if I get an opportunity. Everyone knows that I've been wanting to fight Crawford for a while now, man, for the amateurs. And I just think it'd be cool to have that type of fight. We got the background of kind of not like each other. I got one up on him. So it'd be cool to have that fight. I'll come back down to 47 for that. Or if a really big fight, I go back down to 47.
Talking about that rivalry with Terence Crawford, right? Where does it all stem from?
I beat him in the championships, the US championships. Yeah.
So is there a bad blood between the pair of you because of it? Is there kind of, maybe private messages, or if ever you see each other, you kind of, have a little word in each other's ear and that? Is it that type of relationship?
Yeah. I think he kind of, I said his name a couple times before during interviews, and I think he made a video, about me saying my name, saying how like he did something to me, like bust me up, like my nose and all that. I don't remember that, but at the end of the day, one thing I do remember is me beating him, me getting my hand raised. So that's the most important part.
I mean, given the rivalry you two have been, and your past and your history, for many people, they consider Terence to maybe be in and around, like, within kind of pound for pound contention, maybe top 5 in and around there. Would you say that he's up there in the top 5 for pound, or would you not?
I listen. I feel as though that he have done a lot. He's very successful in his career. He have done a lot. I accomplished a lot. I mean, I take my head off to him. But I would like to see him start fighting some decent names. And then I mean, he's definitely got he definitely got enough skills to be pound for pound and all that good stuff. And what he have done so far in his career is amazing. So I'm taking my head off to him for that. But at the end of the day, I still want to fight him. You know what I'm saying? It'd be weird if I didn't want to fight him. Everyone called him the best. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see, what's to talk about.
Obviously, kind of listening to how the last couple of years have gone for yourself, Ray, we've not been able to secure one of those big fights. Do you think it could reach a point where you might eventually get one when people think you're past it and you can no longer perform to your best?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what's going to happen. I think that someone's going to sleep on me. Someone's going to think that I'm past. I'm ready to hang it up, and and once that happens, I hopefully shock the world and take it by storm.
I mean, that Crawford fight, if ever the pair of you were to cross paths and share the ring, how do you think it would match up stylistically?
Honestly, I think it'd be a cool matchup, only because I think we're both tall, long. So I don't know. Honestly, I think it was a good fight. Even when I fought him before, it was a good fight. And I think that now that we're both pro and we both got some experience behind us, I think it'd be a good fight to have. And I mean, everyone likes a story. Everyone like something to fall back on, like, oh, Robson's like the last person to beat him. But so I think people feed into that, and I think that it would be a good fight, and I think a lot of people would like to see that.
Just going up to 154 as well to talk about yourself. Is there anybody who you look at and you think, I'd like to share the ring with them, try and get back into kind of top contention in the rankings or something?
Honestly, I for anyone at 54. There's no picks. I definitely. I mean, you look at my career, man, I'm not scared to get in there with absolutely nobody. I know a lot of people, tiptoe around the boxing world, but I'm old school. I'm willing to get in there and do whatever, you know what I'm saying? So that me taking a challenge head on, I'm always all for it. I'm always willing to hit the ground running. So anyone want to fight me at 154, give me enough time in camp, I'm willing to do it.
Right, I know you obviously have still got those ambitions to challenge for world honors. At 154, are you confident eventually an opportunity will present itself to do so?
Oh, sorry, I don't know what's going on. Yes, I do. That's the reason why I'm still training, and I do think that that phone call will happen sooner or later. We just gotta be ready when it does.
I mean, you obviously had Vachalla Castano undisputed bout a couple of weeks ago, which ended in a draw. Just get your take on it. What did you make of it?
I thought it was a good fight. I mean, obviously I know all about having a draw, but no, I thought it was a good fight. It could have went a draw or whatever. It was a decent fight. It was a real good fight, good action packed fight. I liked it.
Did you have a winner in your own eyes?
No, not really. I did. So,
I mean, for yourself, obviously, as we spoke about world honors, for you, do you think most likely would have to be one of those guys wins and then potentially vacates the titles and looks to move up, so then they all become spread out? Do you feel like that would be your best opportunity to try and get back into a picture for one of them?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that will be the one of the cases, fighting someone and then then hopefully get a world title shot and fight a good name, a big name.
And right, well, so obviously I've got you. I do want to go back to that fight with Josh, which was 2 years ago now. Reflect on it for me from what you can remember, because at the time, everybody had either one round to you, one round to Josh, or a draw. It was an extremely close and tight fight.
Yeah.
From your perspective, just reflect on it for me.
I know for a fact that they had me up going into the last round. I feel like the last round I was the most dominant that round. So I was really confused. I went back multiple times, looked at it. I looked at it without sound, looked at it with sound. And if you go back and look at it, I was if they had me up one round, and that's what the score was, they had me up going into the 10th, then I don't know how that he won that round in the 10th. That's what made it a draw, him winning round 10. And absolutely not, he should not have won round 10. That was the most dominant round I had, I feel like. So it was just one of them things that, make me scratch my head. I just don't get it. I get the politics in boxing, but it's one of them things that can break a fighter. You know what I'm saying? It gets frustrating. They have no idea what I sacrificed in camp. They have no idea what what I had to do. So by them just to say it's a draw and just leave it like that, kind of sucks. But it's one of them things that you got to move on and just hopefully another opportunity comes.
I mean, on the back of that fight, Ray, there was, a lot of talks about a potential rematch might well be on the cards between the pair of you back then. Did you have any conversations about that? Did you look into it?
No, I don't think so. I think that it was rumors of me going out there fighting them, and if they was willing to ride me in New York, I can't imagine what they was gonna do to me out there. So I just wanted to make sure that if it was gonna happen, the money is gonna definitely have to be really good, and obviously I was going for a knockout. It was gonna be really really hard to try to get a decision down there.
I mean, I know we've spoken about your move up to 154 now, Ray, but just to look at 147, do you still look at the current crop or any of the guys coming through? There's some fantastic talents, the likes of Virgil Ortiz at 147, Jaron Ennis over in the UK. Everyone's talking about Conor Ben. Do you look at those guys? Do you see them all coming through?
The best welterweight, hands down, is Jaron Ennis. It's obviously everyone knows that he's my stablemate. But just the talent and the hard work that guy got is just amazing. And honestly, I feel like they should keep, if they want anything to do with Victor Ortiz, keep him away from Jaron Ennis. Anyone 47. Jaron Ennis is just a dangerous guy. And he just don't got talent behind him. I mean, that guy works extremely hard all day long. So that's one thing. I say about that. Jaron is a monster.
I mean, what would you make of the fight between? I know he's your stablemate, as you mentioned, but
Yeah.
Jaron Ennis versus Virgil Ortiz over in the States, that could be a massive fight, especially if world honors were on the line.
What would happen?
What would you make of
it? Jaron will stop him. Without question. Jaron will break him down and stop him. I put my last dollar on there. My bottom dollar.
And then just finally, just get your thoughts on a few fights which are coming up. As we spoke about Virgil Ortiz there, he's actually facing one of your past opponents, Kavaliauskas. Get your thoughts on it. What do you make of it?
I think it's gonna be a good fight. I mean, I don't have no bad blood against Josh Kelly, Kavaliauskas. I wish them guys the best of luck in their career. It's not their fault that I got robbed by both of them. So I think that'll be a good fight. I think both of their styles match up against each other, Ortiz and Kavaliauskas. I think that'd be a hell of a fight, to be honest.
And then you've got Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter as well, which have been ordered by the WBO again. Terence, that man we were speaking about earlier. But what do you make of that one, if that one does go ahead?
I think that'll be a good fight too. I fought Porter already, and I don't know. I think that'll be a good fight. That's gonna be a good matchup too. I think that Porter. I think Crawford chin to get tested, so everyone always talks about him not having the best chin. So I'm sure Porter test that out, and Porter's strong, like a bully type of thing, type of guy. So it would be an interesting fight.
Do you have a person, someone who you favor in that fight?
I don't. I know I gotta sit and think more of it, but honestly, I don't have a guy who I think will win yet. I don't know. I'm not too sure.
You're sitting on the fence.
Yeah, I am.
Then final one, just one which is a mega fight coming up. Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence. It's only about a month away. Take it away. What do you make of it?
Oh man, I think that's a great fight. I do. I'm a fan of Spence. I like Spence. I like his style, and obviously Manny Pacquiao is a legend, and his speed and his style has always impressed me too. So that's a big fight, and I enjoy. And I don't have a pick, so but that is a hell of a fight though, because I feel like that can go either way, man. That's a good fight. That's a really good fight.
All right, Ray, we will leave it there and I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of your day. But I'm going to leave a final word to yourself. For everyone who's tuning in, waiting for your ring return, waiting to see you back, just a message to those.
Thanks for the support. Keep waiting, and hopefully when I do get that phone call, you guys show up so I can show out.
Right, it's been a pleasure to catch up with you. Of course, I'll keep in touch with you and your team, and we'll catch up again soon. Hopefully, I'll see you back in the ring as well in the near future. Thank you for speaking.
Yes.
To Social.
Thank you.